Look, Cones of Dunshire might not be a real board game, but you know what is real? Us playing games live, twitch.tv/nerdsofthewest. It's a great time. We'll see you there. I love that setup.
I'm going to pop to the loo.
Go right ahead. I wish I still had an add button here.
We haven't even popped to the board yet.
Oh my god, okay.
Is that eyeball on Tom's shirt? It's a whole face.
Look at this.
I'm very overexcited.
Oh, goodness.
There is a whole,
hang on.
face here.
Ooh, smell that.
Oh yeah, let's pop this shit.
Alright. What is that?
Plastic?
Oh my.
Yeah,
Plastic and wood.
I went too hard,
Oh.
and I lost the immediate other players off my side, and I was just like, God damn.
Yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, you were obviously right the whole
Oh
time.
yeah, no, I know. And I was just like, I can't change the argument here. Like, it's just like,
Yeah, I was like, I have to
Wait,
jump
is
in and
this
just be
Clue
vehement.
Werewolf?
Kind of. Can you put those in the one that well
pieces.
I'm just going to move your stream deck.
How dare you?
Go on here. Just do a cheeky thing.
Is this just Among Us?
Maybe?
There are rooms to walk into and do things, yes.
I tell you what, if I had read the rules.
It does. This
Okay,
is
who
for
has
the
read the
boy.
rules?
Him, apparently.
Just apparently.
For anyone that
I'm calling a
keeps-
line.
Just want to
While I'm up.
pop
yes.
all of those,
Come again,
Ed,
please.
What's
all of
in the
those
soda
into
pop
this
fridge?
box.
I believe there is ginger,
Sorry.
sliced ginger beer or...
What am I doing?
Pop all of those things into that
Wow,
box.
that's
Oh,
a lot.
God,
There.
that's
I
so
think
many.
there's
It's a lot of
I didn't
things.
come here to
Never
work,
mind.
I came here to play.
Can I grab another spice ginger beer?
No, I'm all good, my dude.
There's no
don't want to run
P-Max
you guys out of
We're out of
response.
That's pretty much why I'm not doing it. And also because we're going to be drinking this for a while, I don't need to ruin it for myself anytime soon.
Wait, guys, just letting you know, grab Bundaberg spice ginger beer. It is
Heckin'
good.
Heck is good.
Just letting you know, we'll be launching merch next week.
What?
Hey, what?
Cool.
What?
We have merch.
What merch?
Merch.
Is this to be announced merch? Or
No,
is this-
No, we've
shown off
shown
some
it
of it.
off. It's just available to people from next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Situated curve. Are you having a stroke?
Sorry, someone took over my keyboard.
Pass me the rule book.
Was it a stroke?
Speaking of playing games earlier, my cat Eugene
Yep.
steps on my powerboard, turns my computer on. I'm like, God damn, that was a ranked game. God damn.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sucks.
situated curves keen for hoodies.
It's so frustrating.
You and me both, mate.
Ooh, werewolf poster.
What is happening?
This is not a rule book.
Where's the big rule book on?
There was no big rule book.
No, there was, because someone
There's
was
a
making a
sequence
joke.
win condition. for that.
Someone was making a joke about how the werewolf book was used.
I'm just gonna point
Is it
out
that down
massive,
No, that's Santorini.
massive ass werewolves playing poker poster.
Well,
We had it around earlier.
You got cards here.
Yeah, we had it earlier. Someone literally had it, and they were like, "Look how thick the book is."
It was Tom at the
There's a
beginning.
phone
No, it was Reese at
down
the
back.
beginning.
They wouldn't have.
Well, Tom's a werewolf. He's lying.
I haven't touched the rule book for this.
You know, you right at the beginning you were like, look how big this is.
Someone was.
I'm fairly sure it was Reese.
I swear it was you.
I haven't touched this box.
I was gonna say it was Beck.
It wasn't me! Stop throwing me under the bus!
Maybe it was Kai. Did you
But yeah,
have the rule
three
book for
werewolves
this?
in there.
Yes.
With potato.
Hey, there it is. Alright, you weren't lying, Tom. I'm sorry.
Thanks, man.
He just hit it in an unfindable spot.
Well, if you didn't know where it
Put
was,
it in a
it's
All right,
place.
Reese, can you please find me? There are 6 of us playing, right?
Yes.
The sitting room, the big circle ones.
Thank you. Thank you.
to Pfeffernuss.
Sitting room.
People
The kitchen.
know bullying back. Yeah, guys, don't bull me.
Where can we get
Workshop.
Pfeffernus?
I know you do.
Great hall.
Hold on, I'm still looking for the kitchen.
People know bullying back. No,
Kitchen,
bullying
great
back.
hall.
Great hall.
Got it.
You'd be
Parlor.
surprised.
No, but no one wants that.
Got it.
And the secret passage.
There, I found it. Jesus Christ, Reese.
Oh, good.
You haven't even started drinking it yet.
Oh, it's just so good.
Everybody needs to pick a color and get the. Beck had these ones. One of these from each color. So everyone will pick a color, and there's one of those per
did you
color.
What
snag
is made
purple,
out
Jimmy?
of cement?
Red.
It's purple over there because you snagged it, Jimmy.
Oh, damn right.
You
It's the
bastard.
best color.
I know. Type
got-
exclamation Kai in chat.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, you can get them. You can get these from.
Once you
Bowls.
pick your colour,
At least
get,
you understand good colours.
get all the tokens of said colour. So
Oh.
here you go. You've got 3 purple
Orange is
tokens
good
there. There's a bunch more in there.
That is hefty.
Yeah, this is a hefty.
See,
You can kill someone
You
with
could-
this.
Jimmy's actually offensive in the chat to me, so why? Because it's actually what Reese is.
Sorry, I was in the toilet.
If you got any questions at all about merch, about anything else, please ask them because this is going to take a little while to set up and teach everyone how to play.
Well, by that logic, I'm gonna go pee.
I mean, you
Okay.
can't because Ed's in there, but Ed can be.
There's a garden.
That hasn't stopped me before.
All right.
Is this all going back?
Oh no, you,
You need all the ones of your colour.
Yeah.
Oh, Roger.
Yo.
Oh, this looks.
All the ones of my colour.
Boy.
Makes life difficult.
This already looks more confusing.
It plays pretty much the same, except we do it over 5 rounds.
Except we got Cluedo involved, yeah?
Keep saying that, and I don't believe him.
Tom's got the advantage. He
What do you want done with the cards?
See how they're coloured? He's
Uh-huh.
going to make the decks of each colour.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna need room here.
Ah,
Get fucking. God,
get a
damn
bigger
it,
studio, my goodness. What kind of rinky-dink establishment is this?
It's like the room in the back of someone's house.
Shut up. It's cheap rent.
At this point, we should be running an ad, but YOLO. How many Tanner tokens do you have? Apparently, there's a misprint with the 1 week Ultimate Werewolf.
I have 1.
Hey?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have 1 token.
We'll figure that out when we get to it. It's a good thing to point out, Blue, though. We appreciate it.
That is definitely a good thing to know. How many colours are there in total?
7.
So one of them's staying in the box,
Yes.
and that's blue, is it?
Make it chat. No, I have an
Wait
advantage.
till Ed. I was red.
Still going.
Oh, Jesus.
He's doing more than a number 1.
I really need to go to the bathroom. It's the problem.
That is a very... Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, Ed's talking a huge shit. Lads!
Poo jokes.
Oh, he did it! He's doing a poo!
Uh-oh, stinky.
Very highbrow channel.
How do you like them chats?
Is there another one of these big heavy things?
I assume
Oh,
that's
there,
yours.
yeah. So I need the Alice, Alfred, and
And Jeeves?
Jeeves.
Yep, there you go.
I'm assuming we cannot look at these.
The big.
You can absolutely.
more purples?
There, your hand of cards.
Oh, it's a hand. Okay.
Yeah.
You're red, are you, Reese?
Yes, I'm red.
Red.
That is yours.
I need
What colour are you, Kai?
I am
Orange?
orang.
a tan.
That is yours, which leaves Ed with gold or, well, yellow or blue.
I feel
And your
like
movement.
he wants to be yellow.
Executive decision.
Yes.
Yellow.
Who was it? Green.
That means blue can go back in the box.
Light blue or dark blue?
Dark.
I think he actually chose red,
it's the
to be
same
honest.
blue.
I
No,
gave
I
him-
chose red.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Ah, you just didn't have it near you.
Might help.
Having it in front of me, I didn't have it near you.
I'd already put red over there because I told people to pick these.
Yeah, and I went, oh, I'm gonna be red.
And then you took it off him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
sure. I'll
Tom-
take responsibility
Tom's
for that.
cheating again, chat. Just
Just to clarify.
So, light blue is Tom, dark blue is going back in the box.
so I've got 2 Tanner tokens.
I have.
Apparently, we're meant to have you meant to have 2.
I have
You
2.
Light blue.
I'm gonna
Oh,
start,
no.
I'm gonna
Oh,
start
no!
flipping. Kai's got 2.
This is tedious.
You didn't colour sort these things.
That's why they give you all the bags.
Man, I love the bag organization. So good. I love it when boxes now they say like how to
Ooh.
pack the box.
Tom, what will the merch prices be?
Pretty decent, we think. So the mugs,
$400.
the mugs, we can actually show off the mugs here, or one of. So this is one mug.
Is this the finger mugs gun?
It's got a finger mug. It's got a finger gun. It's got a Nerds of the West logo. The logo's been updated a little bit, but it does pretty much look exactly the same. That'll be $19.95 Australian. So it'll be a little bit less.
Shipping?
Plus shipping.
Plus shipping, but shipping's pretty decent. And it's also coming depending on where you are in the world, it will be shipped from the closest place to you. So if you're in Australia, there are Australian distributors, and it will be shipped from Australia to get to you very quickly. Shirts, at the moment, we've got them at $25, and then hoodies are $45. And they're all available worldwide. So you will be able to order them from anywhere in the world, and it will be shipped to you from the closest shipping place we can to you.
I think Stephen might ask if there will be one with Reese's face. Not yet.
Not yet. That is the next thing we are working on.
Yep. We're working on the G-string with my face right on there.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I'll be buying a set of those.
Do I
Buying
need
three.
a,
You need a...
Yeah. Well, you gotta wash them.
Maybe
If we
8,
keep
just in
tapping
case I
it,
shit
someone
so
will
all
see.
over everyone.
You gotta get a spare one.
Oh, right, the finger thing in stacks. That's blue. Has anyone got the orange?
You want to lift up your book, Tom?
Alright, this is a bit
What?
different.
Are you sure it's not under there? Underneath the blue one?
No, because I put the blue one in there.
This looks very different.
It is very
to
different, but the goal is
single
still
knife.
the same. It is not in here.
That's because it's not a single night.
Ah, how many is
Just
it?
grab the
5.
It's 1 week.
That's not a week!
I know, right? It's a bit dumb.
That's a working week.
a bit.
Are these
very.
all identical? I'll just use
Ah.
the
Yeah, they are identical.
You're a
That's
black
just
swan,
fine.
Tom.
I know,
So
right?
fine.
That's why I picked it.
Nice.
correct one, wherever it's going.
I'm the key.
You just
to
chuck out some of the
all
extra-
Oh,
our-
I chose your colour for it.
Thank you.
I chose you the interior colour.
Don't know where the orange one has
Wow.
ended up.
Wow.
No.
You know, I'm getting a lot of hot and
Yeah.
cold from you today.
Yeah.
dude.
That's pretty much every day for me.
Is this just junk? Is that what?
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
it's
Oh,
the game, but...
Sorry. So where's the bin?
Wait, you weren't talking about you? Oh,
is
right.
Wow.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guys, first player token.
That is.
You
Pretty-
can kill people with this game.
Okay, keep that away from Beck, please.
Alright. The aim of the game is still exactly the
Is that what
same.
you're killing Tom?
If you are a villager, which at this point is just a normal villager token, you want to kill a werewolf and not kill the tanner. If you're the werewolves, you want to survive, there are 2 werewolves. If you're the tanner, you want to die.
How do you know
There-
what you are?
You will get to see in just a moment.
Okay.
There are 2 werewolves, a tanner, and 6 villagers. How does that make sense to you to say when there are 6 of us? Well, there's also 3 staff members of the hotel who also have tokens that can be interacted with.
That's the 3
The
in
three
the middle.
hidden
Okay.
But they will be moving around the hotel as well.
Oh, beautiful.
I already don't like this game.
I know where I'm going to be staying in the sitting room. It's the most comfortable place.
It's made for
I'm
sitting.
gonna stay in the kitchen. 'Cause I am
Once
hungry.
you're in there, you're stuck because you can't walk.
Yeah.
You're sitting.
You scoot across the floor.
I have worms.
Scoot suit. Oh,
Tom
Right.
Plushie, Snorlax
Awesome.
size.
Dude,
Aw,
plushies would be great, but
We
But a
can't get 'em
life-size
done.
Tom plushie.
I know, right? It's just a
It's
body
called a
pillow.
body pillow.
Yeah, they're Tom body pillows.
Billy has custom ordered a pillow. We're gonna wait and see what it
We're
looks
not
like.
doing the
It's
pillow.
not a body pillow. It's
Ah.
just a pillow with the
It's-
Nerds of the West logo on it.
It looks so bad.
Billy
No.
wants it though.
What about on
Problem
the other
is,
side? It has all your faces.
that'd be nice. Problem is they can't be made in Australia. So there's a couple of things that we really want, but they can't be
Yeah.
made in Australia. So shipping time's kind of rough on them.
Yeah.
We're testing them out to see if they're worth getting.
Yeah.
Because this includes hats and beanies, and I love.
Depending on how
hats.
many strats are on it, I actually agree with Dark
Oh,
Side here.
Reese's.
I want the 6 strats poster.
We have to go through it. I gotta watch 3 years of content.
Have a look at your token and then put it face down in your big hefty thing.
So I'm surprised you just don't have a
Oh,
list
sorry.
written next to you. so
Fine,
you
I
always
just won't
refer
have
to.
one.
Will Reese's 6 strats be
What am I
published?
looking at?
Possibly. We haven't
Put
really
Kentucky
discussed
and
that
put it in
much.
there.
Maybe.
I think
Anything's
Hi, what were
possible.
you need the list next to you,
I
I
was
think,
just
at
on.
all times, so you can always
You just-
refer back.
Cool,
Yeah.
add to it. Cool. Reese is the first player. Instead
Hello.
of spinning the arrow, you place your player marker, which is this thing, in any room or the foyer.
Alright, can you explain to me
Sure.
what rooms I want to be in?
Do the rooms do anything?
Yeah, that's what because I'm seeing that there's icons on these rooms.
Honestly, we probably need more than 5 Reese's 6 strats before we make a whole.
What room have we got?
Alright, sitting room. Does nothing.
Alright, cool. Let's go through the actions first.
Okay.
Start of every day, you move the day token to the right. So we get
Right.
5 actions.
Stop
do
rubbing
we?
the turn marker on your head.
Sorry.
Ow!
There's a party going on outside.
Oh, there is too.
Not anymore.
There's other people in this house.
Reese just disturbed it.
The staff will move around in the direction of the first player arrow. And that can change depending on what's going on.
Sure.
Each player will play a card from their hand. Jesus Christ, did I just drop things? Who knows? Probably. So everyone has the same cards in their hand, and you're going to want to track what people are doing or saying that they're doing at night, because they can lie about it. They can do things in the day. So you've got your day action, which will move your token a certain number of spaces.
Are you winning, sons? Nah, not just yet. Okay, this is interesting.
We're working on it, Tish. We're working on it.
So you move the certain number of actions, and then if the room has a sun icon, which is the secret passage, kitchen, parlor, and sitting room. Actually, sitting room doesn't.
No.
Sitting room is nothing. You will get to do the action associated with that room, but we'll explain what they are in just a second. And then you change the start player token.
Oh, main camera died.
Oh.
Nailed it. Beck's on it.
Oh,
I got it.
no, I can do it.
Literally.
Reese, it's easier for me to get out.
Nah, I got it.
Player with the new start player token gives the start player arrow to any other player except the player that just had it. The new start player token holder chooses the arrow's new direction, left or right. So you will choose.
Please pull your pants up.
If you are going to be the first player in the next turn, you get to choose which direction play happens, and it also adjusts which way these guys move.
So they always go the opposite of what
They always go the way that this is pointing.
Oh, okay.
So the person who is next going to be the start player has that, and they choose which way that goes.
Okay.
Nighttime.
No, it's daytime.
Starting with the start player and going in direction where the arrow is pointing, you wake up, say that you're taking your action. You then choose an action card from your hand and say what you're doing, remembering that you can lie, because each action has a different night action. So you're going to be, possibly switching your token with another marker's token, so switching your role with another player, and getting to look at it, but you don't want people to know that, because you've stolen the werewolf or something otherwise.
Oh, it will need to be refocused.
No, it looks pretty focused.
Okay. If you insist.
I did check it.
Night actions can only be performed on tokens that are in the same room as you.
This could suck it in, couldn't he?
Oh, cheers, Tom. No worries.
Place your card face down in the pile, and then you finished. Next person starts their turn. When the day marker reaches the vote space, the game is about to end. Everyone now discusses who they think the werewolves are. When everyone agrees, or we have time up on the timer, start by pointing at another player. Whoever received the most votes will die, and that's when we try and kill the werewolves. So, actions that are in the room.
Sure.
Hey, guys, remember when you just sat in a room and you had one guy go, "Hey, guys, close your eyes." And you did that.
Yeah, that was easy. That's gone really hard.
If you need to play a card and your hand is empty, pick up your discard pile and put it in your hand. You may then play any card in your new hand normally.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
So we play them face down. So I say, I am playing.
The Insomniac, but you're actually doing the
Insomniac,
Troublemaker.
But how does it resolve?
The card that you played, you do.
Yeah, so does everyone else close their eyes, or is everyone aware?
At nighttime, everyone's got their eyes closed.
So then it just goes around the circle. and
Yeah.
everyone just does
So
it.
in daytime,
Nighttime. What is that from?
you play your cards face up, so everyone can see what you're playing. At nighttime, everyone's got their eyes closed, and you play it face down, so they don't know what you're doing.
Okay.
Nighttime is when you're lying to other people.
Okay.
You don't have to lie to her, right?
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, okay. I was worried I had to lie. Every day. Every minute.
Hey Ed, we need you to put those light ups.
You have tracking tokens, which are these little tokens that were given to you. So each of us corresponds to a colour and a symbol, and you can track who you think people are.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Nice.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
That's cool. I
Gotcha.
dig that.
Is Reese wearing a PAX Australia tee? I am wearing a PAX Online tee. I do also have an Australian one. All my PAX merch rocked up last week, so I've just been wearing that.
Kitchen. When your movement ends on the kitchen, pick up your discard pile and put it into your hand.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, no, that's probably.
So let's pick up the discard hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you move into the kitchen.
Sure.
I'm a little confused about the nighttime ones.
That's fine. I don't know how to play this game, so.
I think everyone's just confused right now.
I have no idea what's going on.
This is just actions.
All right, guys. Everyone, close your
Um,
eyes. Welcome
there
to
are-
the land of Christopia.
Nighttime actions as well. So when you end in a room that has a nighttime action, you get to take that action at night.
So we can only do actions at the time of the day depending on what room we're in?
Yes. So if you in daytime, you'll move around by playing cards.
Okay.
And then if you end your action in there during the day, you'll take that action straight away.
Okay.
If you end your action so at night, you take the action that is there, I believe. It doesn't actually say that there, which is why I'm confused. That's the bit that's getting me right now.
Hold on, you passed a bit where it was sample nighttime play. Everyone closes their eyes. I'm opening my eyes since I'm
Playing a
pissed. I'm
troublemaker.
gonna play my troublemaker.
We should have run an ad.
I thought about it, but then I was like, I'm going to talk through this stuff. Is there a green screen camera for this game? No, we didn't have time to set it up.
we rocked up like 10 minutes before.
Yeah.
All the guests got here before anyone
It's
else.
true.
And it meant you got to enjoy our lovely set.
I get
They
to enjoy
hadn't-
it while
they
you're
hadn't
here as
packed
well.
up.
Yeah, but there's a certain.
Shut up!
They hadn't packed up since the last time they were
We
here. It
got
was-
here, cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Set
they,
everything up.
they do that.
Yeah, what else do we
Reese had
pay
his
you to
clothes
do?
everywhere.
Shut up!
Reese got changed.
It was great.
I did get
watched.
He
changed.
took photos.
Yeah.
God damn. All of these things are true.
I sent a photo to Tegan. That's why she said, hey, Reese. It might actually be up in the...
So, Great Hall. If you're in the Great Hall at night, you may use a Seer, Troublemaker, or Robber card to view or switch tokens in the Great Hall or in a room adjacent to the Great Hall. If the Great Hall is next to the Panic Room, you may not view or switch tokens with players there.
I don't even see Panic Room as an
It's
option.
not on the thing. There are so many different rooms.
Okay.
Parlour, we have that. When your movement ends on the parlour, you may summon one staff member to the parlour from another room and send one staff marker directly in the parlour to the foyer. Or send. So when you're in the parlour, you can suck one of these people to help you, or you can send them away.
Ooh. You can suck them to help you.
Yep.
Wow.
Deal with it.
It's
Oh
tit for
my.
tat.
yeah. You
when you're
scratch my back, I suck you.
When your movement ends on the secret passage, you may immediately move to any room in the castle. You may take that room's action as if you had moved to that room directly. A player may not start the game in the secret passage.
Okay.
If a staff member enters the secret passage, it does not immediately move to another room.
Cool. And the workshop?
Workshop! If you're in the workshop at night, you may play a second action card and do that action in addition to your regular action. If you use your last action for your first action, you may pick up your discard to form a new hand so that you may play a second action card.
Okay. So play a second action card.
Yes.
Okay.
What are people lost on? What do people want me to explain?
Like all of it.
I don't want to ask you to re-say the rules, but I think I can just figure it out as we go along.
Yeah.
I find it hard to learn by having someone just speak.
Cool.
100%.
I'm gonna start in the workshop.
I'm going to start in the secret I can't. Great Hall.
It's
Isn't that
secret!
rule you just read?
Yeah. Oh, it's like, it's right there.
Can we be in the same room?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in the kitchen.
I'm gonna be in the foyer.
The foyer.
What does the foyer do?
I guess we're not going around a
No,
circle then.
I thought we
We'll,
were.
we'll just jump ahead,
Yeah.
but that's
I mean,
fine.
It's alright, I didn't jump.
No, I'm not. No, not you.
Yeah,
Not you.
that's
We're cool, boo. We're cool.
Not you. Never you.
I'm gonna go now.
Yeah. I'm tired and I'm gonna be in the sitting room.
Sure.
You know what?
Yeah, we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
We gotta sit.
We gotta scoot to get
We
out
gotta
there.
scoot to boot.
Cool.
We could go to the parlour and suck some.
What?
What?
Got
Oh,
spooked.
sorry.
So, Reese, you now get to put a staff marker in any room you want.
Oh.
Alfred, Alice, or Jeeves?
Wait, what? Oh, because he's first
I
player.
think
Yep.
Alice is a Brady Bunch
Oh, we have
reference.
someone getting drinks for us in the sitting room. Oh,
Good.
they're on a wheelie chair.
Oh no, actually, Beck gets to put Alice on.
Oh, is that how
Yeah,
it works?
yeah.
I'm skipped
I
always.
didn't realize we were going around.
Oh, it's only a rule for almost every board game ever. Wow.
I just panicked.
I I didn't think it was important because we got to go in any room as
Yeah,
anyone
you don't
else.
think rules are
Situated
important,
curve
do
is
you?
scratching your back, apparently.
Oh yeah.
So you know what that means.
Yeah. Tim, you're me next time. Tim's my twin, so
There's 2 of you?
yeah.
It's horrible.
But the main thing is, as long as he doesn't steal my other significant other.
He's the cooler twin though. He rides a motorbike.
That is pretty cool.
But it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey Tim, do you want to get bumped up to my best friend instead of Reese?
Wow. Wow.
He's cooler.
Yeah, can you blame anyone?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Anyone over
So-
east, don't tell us how the grand final ends. We don't know yet. But they're in the future.
The first person.
Is that today?
Yeah. Today's grand final day.
That's why Lachlan and Billy aren't here.
Oh, is that? Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I got an
That's-
invite.
that's-
No, you were invited anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank
Imagine
you.
That's why they got
grand
the
final
drinks.
of a board
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
I know,
yeah. This all
right?
makes
Me and
sense.
you.
None of
And
their
Billy
teams
was,
are playing.
Billy was so
Nerds.
excited because every other game we're playing is co-op, and he was like, I'm going to play Werewolf because that's the only not co-op game. He goes and watches the grand final
I
instead.
mean, arguably it's still co-op.
Yeah.
Whoever gets to the foyer, the first player to go to the foyer each day receives this start player token. That means you are the person who gets to pick who the start player is at the end of the next round.
It's the sports ball final.
Well, there's 2 on today, so
Oh,
you've
really?
got the AFL and then you got the rugby grand final.
Well, it's
Ah.
just bad timing.
Yeah.
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 Who
Who
played
will be?
that?
Yeah.
So they're watching the AFL grand final.
Geelong versus Wallabies, or like, what
Just put all 4 teams in an enormous arena and just
Duke it
Go.
out.
let it go ham.
Play across.
Last man standing, that team
Yeah.
wins.
So because
Excellent.
there's no timer in this, I'm going
Billy
to
and
leave.
Laughlin flew. That's why they're not here.
I'm going to leave the rulebook open so you can check what rooms and stuff do.
You have
Right.
a
We
token
skip-
under your-
We skip the first day action because we jump straight to number 4 and we go straight to night. So you're going to take your first action secretly,
Cool.
remembering that if you're in a night room, you'll get to do extra stuff there as well.
How do we take
Oh, I
action
wanted to stay in
secretly?
the
Do
foyer
people
then.
close their eyes?
Everyone closes their eyes. You announce one of the cards that what you're doing, but you don't have to tell the truth.
And it starts with me, right? Because I'm the first player.
Yes, and then it goes to me.
Yep. So we all go to sleep.
Okay, and so sorry, just to clarify.
Yep.
So because it's nighttime and we can lie.
Yep.
We play basically whatever card we want from
Yes.
our hand
And
and
then
claim
say
that we're
whatever
doing
card you
whatever the
want.
hell we want.
Yep.
Yep.
And do.
But it can only be from the list of
So
things.
can we
that-
only do the action that we
Play.
claim we're doing?
No. You do the action of the card that you put face down.
Right. So we can only do the action of the card we're physically putting down.
Yes.
But I can lie about the card that I'm
Absolutely.
putting down.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And
Because for most of the cards, you can only interact with the players you're in the room with.
I was just wondering how many lies. How many lies I can tell.
okay, so
So we all close our eyes.
so we all close our eyes.
Yep. I'm going to put the rulebook up here in case anyone wants to check what rooms are.
Sure.
Are we showing the audience?
And I can only do stuff in my room, right?
It only works if we're on the top down.
Oh, we're not on the top down? Okay, cool.
Yes, you can only do stuff in your room. So at the moment, you're in a room with Alice,
Yep.
which means you can interact with Alice's token.
Sure.
You're also in the workshop, which means you can take two actions.
So,
Sure.
so if you were to, like, say, Seer,
Yeah.
Yes.
or Robert,
That's actually probably something we should explain
you can
to
only
the
do it
audience.
to the people in the same room.
In the same room.
Right.
Okay.
So the cards that we have available to us. The Insomniac is look at your own token. We have the Seer, view up to 2 tokens on any other markers. You cannot view your own. Troublemaker, switch 2 tokens between any 2 markers. Do not view them. And the Robber, switch your token with another marker's token. You may view your new token. The Robber, Troublemaker, and Seer, you have to be in the same room as someone else with. Unless, I believe it was the Great Hall, you could do that with one of the ones
Yep.
next to you.
Sure. Okay.
Well,
So the game comes down to positioning yourself so that you can either check or not be checked, depending on what you want to do if you're a werewolf or a tanner. Lying about what cards you're playing to try and get information from other people or to trick people about what you're doing.
Mhm.
And then remembering that you need certain cards to move around the room during the day
Yep.
to get to where you need to be.
Cool.
can you abstain from an action at night?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
But you could just play the Insomniac and
Look at your own.
do whatever.
The foyer was a terrible place to be then.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Because I can't do anything.
But you'll
So
also
that
be...
also means you know what you are next
How do you
turn.
move?
Well, yeah,
It
that's
also
true. That's true.
So
means
that
you
know
will
what
be...
play.
You will get this.
Okay.
Because you're in the foyer and you'll get to choose who is the first player.
next time.
Next time.
Alright.
And what direction play goes in,
Alright.
which means what direction these people move in.
Cool. Alright.
Cool. We ready? Let's go.
Alright, so it's nighttime. Oh, sorry.
How do you move?
During daytime, you play a card. You see how the robber's got a 3 space on it?
Yeah.
That means you move 3 spaces.
Okay.
Ah.
But that one's visible. You can't
Yes,
buy that.
when you play during the day, you play face up.
Okay.
Because we're asleep at night.
Exactly.
And I do the action of the card that I put down.
Yes,
Yeah.
not the action of the card that you say.
Cool.
This is your discard pile.
Oh, they're all in the Discord.
Yeah, 'cause
Alright.
the rest of them are in your hand.
Alright,
Okay.
alright.
And
Alright.
the little tokens are just for us to keep track of.
Who you think
yeah.
people are.
Our
Okay.
suspicions.
I just realized I have not been
Okay.
gaining points this entire time.
Oh, what an amateur.
Alright, everyone, go to sleep. Now, I wake up, as I am the first player.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cheating.
And I'm in the workshop, so I'm going to do 2 actions.
Is it Tom speaking right now?
First of all, I'm going to seer
I see what you're doing.
to look at,
You don't have to say who you're looking at.
but it has to be in the same room, right?
Yes.
But you do have to announce what you're doing, yes?
Yes, which he did because he's saying he's doing this
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
I don't know if we
Not
believe
doing
him.
this.
That's information.
And then second action, I'm going to robber.
Fairly sure one of the staff is the only people in the room with him.
I'm also sure of that.
But we'll check that when we wake.
Cool. And now I go to sleep.
Alright, I'm waking up. I am going to seer. Because I'm in the Great Hall, I can do that with one of the rooms next to me. Who's green player? Beck? Sweet. Just double check. And I'm going to sleep.
Cool. I wake up. And I guess I'll do the troublemaker.
It's a dick move already, but okay.
I like causing trouble.
Look out
Classic
for this one. He's trouble.
play.
I don't know if I like being in the same room as you anymore.
Um,
Causing trouble while I sit.
Cool. So then I go back to sleep.
Yep.
Yep. Cool.
Get trouble has been
sleep.
caused.
That's it.
Well, I'm awake now, eh?
Alright.
Alright.
I tried to reference that for my dad, and he did not get it. It's
Wow.
that guy. It's that guy from that film.
It's
He
Matthew
says this
McConaughey.
thing. Yeah, no, I got it eventually.
I'm going to seer.
I feel like seer was actually.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
It gets
sneaks
you
You didn't
up
right.
on
open your eyes, I hope.
Oh no, I didn't. I just
Just
cowered.
clenched them
and
tight up.
Yeah.
And that is my turn.
Okay. I'm going to.
Put it in defense position and end my turn.
You fell for my trap card!
Sorry, Beck.
I'm going to. I'm gonna seer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to check someone else's token.
Remembering, in the same room as you.
Or next to you, depending on what room you're in.
It's up to 2 or is it 2?
Up to 2.
Yeah, but no, you're right.
Because sometimes there's only going to be one person in the room with you.
And my turn is over.
Cool.
Right, I'm awakened now.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm by myself.
I am all alone.
Nobody's here.
Beside me.
So I'm gonna do the only option I have, which is Insomniac, and check my own token, which I have already looked at.
Checks out.
But just to make sure that no shenanigans have happened.
Can they?
Tom does cheat.
Yep.
Oh right.
And I'm going back to sleep.
Alright,
that's
And
the
then,
day.
and then it comes back to me, which I've already had my night action, so...
daytime.
Wait. Oh, oh, what a good sleep. Fuck.
I'm so proud of you.
You're all
Alright,
looking at me like I'm like...
In my room?
I just wanted to sit
let's
down.
go through it. The start of every day.
Yep,
Move to the next day.
sure.
Move the staff. Each staff member moves one direction in the direction of the player arrow. Reese, the player arrow is pointing that way, That's the player arrow.
Oh.
Remember how this is the first player token? Yeah.
Right, so that actually mattered.
Hi,
Okay.
Alfred.
A werewolf has just entered your room.
I hope you're not a werewolf.
All right. Each player will move, and the first person to enter the foyer, which I'm going to read as Kai because he's already in the
Sure.
foyer, just to give him some kind of benefit.
Hey,
Yeah.
No.
I'm so cramped.
You get to choose who will get the first player token next.
But I don't. You do this yet?
You do. You'll do that on. Oh, that's where it's interesting. Hey.
Fun fact, that was actually cut out of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a waste of wood.
They saved the timber. It's not made out of the same adamantium that the rest of the pieces are made out of.
Yeah. That's made out of like balsa wood.
Yeah.
It's made out of dead meeples.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yes. So, at the end of the day, you will choose who that goes
At
to.
the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
Alright.
But what if he doesn't end in the foyer?
So at the moment, it is facing this way. We all move in that direction.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, Kai will choose who is going to get this, and they can change the direction
Even
of
if
it.
he moves elsewhere?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it as he's in the foyer to begin with. It's the benefit of being in the foyer to start because you don't get to do anything at night. You
Unless everyone
can
else.
choose yourself. You can't choose Reese.
Okay.
So you can choose yourself. You can't choose the person who currently has it.
But I don't have to do that until.
Don't have to do that till the end.
Alright.
Cool. So,
Reese,
sure.
you play a card, face up, and move that many spaces. And if you're in a day space, you get to do that action.
Sure. I'm gonna play the troublemaker. So I move 2. 1, 2 to the sitting room. Hello, friends.
The second you enter the room, you are sick.
Oh! That's a sheer drop.
Sitting room is the nothing space.
Yep, nothing happens.
I am going to play the robber and move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to enter the parlor. I could choose to move a person into the parlor with me, or
Sorry, you could do what to a person?
I
in the
could
parlor?
choose.
No, you
no,
can.
you-
Choose.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
ex-
sorry.
I know what you're saying.
Sorry, no, but what did you say
choose.
before?
What?
But the
I'm pretty
problem
sure
is,
you-
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get rid of Alice, so sucking her doesn't do anything because I'm getting rid of her. I'm blowing her away.
Um,
So
Not
there.
much better.
Okay.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Hey, it's your turn.
Oh. I'm gonna play the robber and move 3. So that's 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Great.
Now you're in the Great Hall, which means you'll get to do things at night, but
Well, I am going to play.
That's me.
you have to go this
Oh,
direction.
you have to go that way?
Yeah, in direction of play.
What is
So
it?
you
So
go
what
to
does secret passage do?
passage.
Troublemaker moves you 2, yep.
What is secret passage?
When you enter the secret passage during the day, you must immediately move to any room in the castle. You may take that room's action as if you have moved to that room directly. If it's a day action, if it's a night action, you'll do it at night.
Okay.
So it's basically a teleport.
Right now?
That's where you wanted to go anyway.
That's where I wanted to go.
How would that work?
Nailed it.
Oh, happy accidents.
Cool.
That's good done.
Beck, what would you like to do?
Oh, do we do this face down? We do this.
Yeah.
No, day action is face up.
So face up, but then
Then I can put it face down.
I assume so.
Bye, Steven.
Oh, you just.
Steven!
Steven, what are you doing?
Hey, Cinta! Hey, Cinta!
Hey, Cinta. Steven, shouldn't be doing things right now.
God damn it.
Or are you just sleeping?
No, because they're in a 24-hour stream.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How you doing, Cinta?
Hello. I don't know what
He
to
did,
do.
he did say he was going to drop in.
No, that's fair.
So you don't get to do
I
the action on
appreciate
it
it.
until nighttime?
Yeah.
If it's a nighttime one.
Yes, okay.
Not a daytime.
I'm understanding.
It's fine.
Okay, the game makes sense now, sort of.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
slowly getting
To
it.
play the robber, and I'm gonna move 3 spaces. 1, 2,
You
3.
have to move in the
the
direction
other
of
way.
play.
So you'll be in the
That's,
sitting room.
that's what I thought I was doing. 1, 2, 3. Because I was looking at that arrow.
Yeah. No, it's this
It's
one.
the big
It's
ass.
that's why that
arrow
arrow's so
that can
big, isn't it?
change this.
Yeah. So it's like the
Thank you, Lizard Kitty.
the exploding kittens cone.
Yeah.
It's like so big, so you
can't
can't
miss
forget.
it.
Yeah.
Kai's action, and then that will be the end of the day, and Kai will get to decide who the new first player is.
I'm going to play the Insomniac again and stay where I am.
Cool.
And
Interesting.
then
Where are you currently in the?
I am in the foyer.
In the foyer. Yep.
And then I'm going to make me the first player too.
Yep,
Because
and-
I'm selfish.
And which
Like
way would
that.
you like the play to be?
And just for fun, let's turn it around.
Okay.
Oh my.
Interesting.
So now Kai will be the first player at night, followed by Beck, and so on.
Yep. Alright, so now it's night.
Now it's nighttime. You get to play a card, but in secret.
Okay.
But it starts on Kai this time.
Yeah.
That's okay,
So
wait,
we
wait.
all go to sleep, and then Kai wakes up.
Everyone's asleep. I'm going to play the Troublemaker
Sure.
Choices.
and switcheroo
Someone.
someone.
I think you can say from the examples who you're switching, but
Well, I mean,
You
there's
don't
only 2
have
people
to.
in my room.
Yeah.
So. 2 seconds.
It's like Among Us where the things are hidden and you're like, I know what you're doing, but are you actually doing it?
Who's in electrical? Are you doing the tasks in electrical? Because I saw someone do tasks in electrical,
God,
and
I
the,
want to play some
the
Among
things
Us now.
didn't go on.
Hey Steven, what time are you guys playing Among Us?
I'm asleep.
Noon tomorrow.
I'm awakening.
Noon tomorrow that time.
Oh, it's midnight.
You also got to sign up through their sign up sheet.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm going to play the Insomniac.
Ooh.
Oh my.
She's
And
unsure.
my.
Because you can start throwing accusations if you think people have lied.
Oh, so you can actually call them out and they have to reveal, or what's the
No. It's just like
Just
If-
like a discussion.
if-
Oh!
Beck's the Insomniac now. So if it turns out someone swapped her at some point, she can be like, "Well, I'm not what I was before." But maybe she doesn't want to say that because she might be a werewolf now.
And that's my turn.
And I end my turn. Listen here, Yuki boy.
What are you doing, Jimmy?
Oh shit, it's my turn.
Yeah.
That's why I
Um,
said, and now I end my turn.
Yeah, no, I forgot I was going the other
That
way.
was a gentle nudge.
Thank you. Workshop means I can play 2 things, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
One after the other, though. You don't have to say which two you're playing at the same time.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna play an Insomniac. Well, actually, sorry, no, I'm gonna play the Robber first.
Ooh. To swap, and then I'll play the Insomniac to double check that I robbed the right thing.
Yeah, and now I'm playing the Insomniac.
Ooh. Doop,
Interesting.
doop, doop. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
That
It'd
is
be,
my turn.
it'd be very awkward if it changed between robbing and Insomniac.
Alright, I wake up. And I'm going to play the Insomniac.
Ooh.
Oddly
Interesting.
convenient.
How dare you, sir?
And I'm back to sleep.
Alright. I'm gonna copy Ed. Play an Insomniac.
Cool.
It is, in fact, my token.
Cool.
Sleep time!
I wake up. And I'm going to... where I am. I'm going to play the Insomniac.
Wow.
No one's sure what they are.
Oh, I'm sure what I am. I just couldn't do anything else because I'm alone.
Yeah, I was also
Battle
alone.
chestnut.
I just remembered that Ed had done a Troublemaker earlier, so I just wanted to make sure what it was.
And then I go to sleep.
Alright. Wakey, wakey, hands off Snakey.
Woo!
Ooh-wee.
Alright.
That's my phone dying.
Move the day token
I'll have to
till Wednesday.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Wednesday, my dudes.
swap phones.
Move
have
the
more
staff
than
in the direction of play. The
Oh, my
staff
No, I just
move
need to. Oh, we don't have to.
To the
There's
kitchen.
phones everywhere.
and the sitting room.
I'll probably save some.
Jesus.
Jeez, it's getting busy in here, guys.
Becky,
Best
it's
room
a
in
bit
the hotel?
police run.
It's something.
It's
Why are we all
yeah.
staying here? It's
Yeah.
werewolves.
So,
Kai, as the person in the foyer. It depends how you guys want to read this rule. It says it's the first person to go to the foyer, and I gave it to Kai because of the first turn.
I'm fine with that.
Otherwise it'd be if this person ends up there. But
Well, the question is, if no one enters the foyer, does it just stay the way
it just stays the way it
Yeah.
is.
Well, let's just play it like that.
Yeah, cool.
I think.
But it is now your turn.
Right,
play
yes,
whatever you
because
like.
I am.
Jump on in, situated curve.
That is a really, really busy room.
Come on in.
I
Stop
don't-
the water's warm.
I don't like it. at all.
Bonus again?
This is a whole lot harder to keep track of what people ask.
Oh yeah.
So
I have no idea.
want to start saying some stuff.
Some stuff.
Sure.
Are you sure about that?
I'll wait for now.
And how many of every? So there's 2 werewolves,
Yes.
2 werewolves, 1 tanner.
1 tanner.
So only half of us are villagers, and the other half. Are...
No, because you got to remember that there are
Oh,
staff
yeah,
as
there's the
well.
staff
Okay,
members. That's
Troublemaker
right.
can only swap the other tokens though. doesn't
Yes,
it?
can't swap their own. Robber takes what they want.
So just because I think it benefits everyone to know this piece of information,
Mm-hmm.
Alfred.
Yep.
Is the tanner.
Okay,
Okay, interesting.
cool. Don't know if we can trust Kai, but I'm fairly sure we can trust Kai.
I only say that because I think that it will help everyone to keep track of the tanner,
Yeah,
except
yeah.
whoever ends up as the tanner.
Yeah.
So
There's
first,
only 1 tanner. Away.
nighttime phase. When it says switch tokens between any 2 markers, and the only thing is do not view them. Guess what I did?
You
Swapped
viewed them?
myself with a staff member.
And you viewed it?
No, I didn't look at it.
Oh.
I
Because
mean, it says
you
any.
just said you can't swap yourself as a troublemaker.
Yeah.
It does say any though.
It
so
does say
maybe you
any.
Can do your own.
Yep.
Yeah.
Switch between any two markers. It does.
I'm really annoyed now because
does
you
say
made
that.
it like there was a rule that
Sorry,
I broke.
that's just how I read the cards.
Didn't actually realize.
But apparently I read it wrong. I'm sorry for the only one who read the rules. And I got it wrong.
I didn't even know.
It's alright, so
I'm
Bex,
just also going to say I lied at the start and swapped Beck with a staff member, so she just went back to whatever she was.
Wow.
Did you go before me?
Yep.
Alright.
He didn't.
Alright, well,
Handballs that rule book. Tommy.
Beck-
Because I
Or
thought I
idiot.
could only do what was in my room.
yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so I troublemaked what was in my room.
Yep.
Yep.
So how did Tom troublemake me?
Because I was in the Great Hall. And I can swap with... yeah.
Yeah.
So I lied. I straight up lied, and I'll play my seer to prove it. I said I played the seer, but I played the troublemaker and swapped your token. Just for lols.
Okay.
Beck, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm troublemaking. Or insomniacing. I'm not going anywhere.
Yep.
Okay.
Last card. I'm doing a seer. That's right. I lied on my first night.
Do you get all your cards back when you run out of cards?
Yes.
I went
You are now in the kitchen, which means you get all your cards back. But you would have also got them back at nighttime anyway.
Because I needed cards in my hand. Obviously.
Yeah, so Troublemaker actually does not specify that you can't do it.
Does fit any
yourself.
2
Yeah.
markers.
Any
My
2 markers
apologies.
in your
It says any, so yeah.
Cool.
It is obviously that's understandable considering in the one night you can't swap yourself.
No, fair. It's also because the seer, it does say any other markers, so I just ran with
Yeah.
that.
I'm playing the Insomniac instead, Ryan.
Cool.
So who did you swap on the first night?
Well,
Did you swap yourself or me and the token?
Oh,
was
also,
doing the token.
we kind of skipped my move.
Oh,
really?
sorry.
I outed Alfred, but then didn't actually move.
Oh,
so,
sorry.
What
Whoops.
I'm gonna do?
My bad.
That's alright.
That was me.
That's alright. I'm gonna robber
I have some information,
and
but I'm keeping
go
it to myself.
1, 2, 3.
In the workshop? Beautiful.
To show that I wasn't lying, here's my seer.
You weren't
Move me
lying about
1
lying?
into the workshop.
Which one are you? Blue?
Blue.
You're in the workshop. Me, Insomniac. So I'm not doing anything.
Nice. But at night you'll get all your cards back. You
At the start of
sneaky
the
little
game,
boy.
does everyone have the same deck?
Yes, we do.
Cool. It is now nighttime.
Kai starts.
Alright,
Everyone
all
close
asleep.
your eyes.
we get all our cards.
No, you get all your cards back when you need to play a card and
Oh.
don't have one to play.
Okay.
So you and I
okay.
still have 1 card. Reese is going to get his back so he could do anything. I'm going to take 2 actions, so I'm going to play this one and then immediately get all my cards back to play them all again.
Okay.
Jimmy got his cards back because he was in the kitchen.
Next morning,
Okay.
does Kai keep first turn or does it
Yes,
rotate
so-
because no one's in there?
Until
Kai
someone
keeps
enters
it.
the foyer.
When someone enters the foyer, they get this token and they get to pick who'll be the first player.
I'm kind of fucked the first turn because Tom felt sorry for me.
That's very much
quick clarification.
Of course.
A nighttime action. Do you have to do the action?
I believe so. You can lie
So-
about what you're doing.
But you have to do the action on the card. So if you're left with only 1 card,
Yeah, you can say you're swapping and you can say who you're swapping and you can lie about
Okay.
that. Like you can give as much or as little information as you want, but you have to do the action.
so I don't really want to do this, but it is my
Yep.
only option.
Oh no! Fuck! You may do the action on the card.
Alright,
well, there you go.
That's real good to know because I didn't
Guys,
really,
I'm real good at reading the rules.
didn't really want to do that.
Also the only
Wait,
one.
I'm
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
So you can say you're
the reason,
troublemaking, but
so the
None of us
reason I
can
asked,
complain.
because I am in the workshop, Tom is the only other person in the workshop, and just for the sake of clarifying, my last card is a troublemaker. So I play the troublemaker, switch 2 tokens. I don't really want to switch tokens necessarily.
Well, I've got my
have to
eyes
because
closed,
it's
so...
So I mean, so I can or could not be switching tokens right now. No one would know.
Yeah. Except the
I'm
chat.
also in the workshop, so I get to do a second action.
Yep.
Which means I need to pick up
Yep.
these cards.
Hey, just troublemaker and then troublemaker again and swap them back.
Wow. Wow.
Please.
Wow.
And then I am going to Insomniac.
Good play. This very much reminds me of Among Us now.
Alright, that is my turn. I'm going back to sleep.
Moving around and checking what
And
other
I
people are
wake
doing.
up. And I'm gonna play the Insomniac.
Cooling now, an Among Us board game is not far away.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming to Kickstarter early next year.
Would not surprise me if they just reskin this, to be honest. And put some tasks to do.
Oh man, that's an interesting Insomniac. And Rebecca goes back to sleep.
Right.
Jimmy, it means you wake up.
I am awake. Thank you very much for clarifying that with me. So if I wake up in the same room and I don't move from there, does that mean I get those effects again? Or is it only upon entering the room?
It depends which one.
So I'm in the kitchen.
The kitchen's a daytime one.
Yeah, so if I stay in this kitchen by not moving,
Yep.
I get it again.
You'll get it again.
Good to know.
I'll double check the rules on that, because fuck, who knows what I got wrong.
Cool. I'm going to play a seer. And just because that's good to know, I'm going to.
Good to know what I robbed.
Yeah, what I am now. That's my turn.
okay, I wake up. Now, just to clarify, the Great Hole is I can do cards to either side of the
Yes,
Great
you can.
Hole? Right.
Because it's a great haul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, in that
Cool.
case, I will play my last card, which is the Robber.
He's telling the truth, possibly.
Tom counting cards over here.
He is telling the truth. He's been telling the truth the whole time. That's his last card.
And yeah, that's it.
Everyone's counting cards.
Everyone's paying attention to cards. I'm paying attention to every card that people I shared rooms with.
So, for my
yeah, that's it.
first action, I'm going to Insomniac and check my card, check my token, see
Oh,
if
excuse
he was
me.
lying. And then I'm going to pick up all my cards. And I'm going to Seer to double check what Kai is. Interesting. Interesting.
It's really not.
I mean, that's what you say. What color are you? Orange. Cool. And I'm going to sleep.
Alright,
It's way
which
harder
means
now, though.
I wake up. I get my hand back. And I'm going to see her to figure out who people are in this room. And then I go to sleep.
And we wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up time, mate.
Wake up time.
buddy. Does lowest score win? If so, you got this in the bag.
Thanks, Cinta.
No, this is all about finding the werewolves and killing them.
You can wake up.
Hmm?
You can wake up.
Hey Kai, you're up first.
Still the first player.
Yeah. Well. Oh boy.
Where am I? I'm over there. Where do I want to be?
Oh wait, no, that's a problem on my. Don't. No, it's fine. My app's broken. I
Oh
thought
no,
we were getting
Kai is
fixed.
in fourth apparently.
Kai's in fourth.
Am I?
I don't know.
He's
No idea.
clearly talking. He's clearly talking about the bidding thing.
Ah, yes.
Do you want to continue to show me your
Oh,
entire
no, we
hand?
moved to Thursday. We didn't do that yet. So this is the last day to find information.
Sorry.
Cool. Is it day 4? It is day 4.
So in the next morning, we will vote.
Right. Okay, that's interesting. I will. Play the robber.
Uh-huh.
Move 3 spaces. Gets me to the secret passage. And then I shall. Use that to go to. Oh, heck. Kitchen. And get my cards back.
Reset your hand.
Interesting.
Oh, sorry, do the staff?
Oh, they do.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. Thanks for reminding us.
Cool.
Alright.
What did you do last time?
I'm gonna play
I
the robber.
cannot tell you what I did.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna pick up my cards.
But I'm fairly certain I know what Beck is.
And that's my turn. Are you now?
Yeah.
I'm nearly like 90% sure I know what one of the butlers is.
Because I gave you that 2 turns ago.
I hate you.
1, 2, 3 with the robber.
Yep. So you've entered the foyer, which means at the end of the day, you'll pick who the first player at night will be
And direction.
and direction. At the end of the day.
Ah, no, I know where I'm going to go anyway. That's not going to change anything.
Hey, do the thing.
So just to clarify, if I go to the secret patches, I can then teleport.
Yep.
Right, I do exactly that and go to the workshop.
Hey.
That's the double one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm learning the game.
It's the last turn, Ed!
I know.
I'm going to Insomniac and stay in the workshop.
Cool. Cool game. I'm going to
Do something.
Do something!
I'm gonna robber.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3 to the kitchen.
Get all your cards.
Get all my cards back.
Mess with everyone.
I'm gonna cause some trouble.
Wreak some heaven.
So now it's the end of the day.
Oh, we all go to sleep.
And we're going opposite orders.
Yeah,
so,
no, so you back that.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I believe that's how it works. Let me double check the rules again.
I mean, it doesn't matter too much, does it? Because it's last day tomorrow. We don't do any more things during the day.
Yeah.
Well, we do shit now, and then we go to the voting phase,
Yeah.
which will be like us just yelling at each other.
Pretty much.
And me being-
I have
And me being like, Beck's a
very
werewolf!
little
Yelling
idea
phase.
about what's going on.
I have some idea, but that's all about to go out the window.
Oh, I was sitting here with my eyes closed because
Yeah,
I
because
thought
Oh, well,
you're going first anyway.
All right,
so-
everyone, close your eyes. Night time.
daytime.
Classic.
Breakfast. Oh, sorry.
So I'm gonna do one thing.
Uh-huh. And what is
And
that
I'm
thing?
going to be a seer. And I'm gonna do that now.
That awfully sounds like robbing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm looking at 2 tokens.
Yeah, that card, like the print on it and the way it went back
Yeah.
on the table,
I think
yeah, it
the,
sounded like a
the
robber.
acoustics of
The,
the card.
the way the red reflected into my ear.
Sound reflection,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, right, but you think about it, right? Like, colours alter light waves.
You can
Uh-huh.
smell colours.
Why wouldn't they alter sound waves?
And
Yes.
light waves go at different speeds.
Yeah.
And different
Oh,
speeds
don't do that on
mean
stream.
robbers go fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
all
how
bad
about it?
people.
Are you
Just
thinking
confusing
about
Ed and I's jobs.
it? Or are you still going? Beck's still
It's
going.
okay,
That can't
because
be
they're confused, it means
No,
we stay
I'm
in
done. I
employment.
just was waiting for you guys to stop talking. I was just confused by Kai's board because Kai's using a blue board, but he's.
We couldn't find the orange
good.
one. It's
Okay.
weird.
So far, quality of the game's not super great.
All right, well,
It's
I'm
not
done.
that bad.
Jimmy, no, whose turn is it?
It's
Aye.
fine.
Kai, wake up.
I'm
I am
lost.
awoken.
Oh, I go before Ed. That's interesting.
You sure do.
I wanted to mess around.
Okay, I am going to rob
Who are you robbing?
someone, definitely.
Robbing's bad. I mean, robbing's
Okay.
bad. No. Ed, don't stop.
I
had
am
no plan to.
robbing on this side of the table now.
For a better view?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
No, sir.
It hurts. No, it feels good. You
Yeah, I'm
Please
healing you.
And now I sleep.
So I wake up.
Reese Kid.
Hello. How we doing? It's your boy, Fruity Snacks.
That's an old one.
with his 6 strats.
I'm going
Six
to
strats of
Insomniac.
Good call, honestly.
Interesting.
Reese is looking at something.
Oh, and then I'll go to sleep.
Alright, I
Can I
got 2
go on
actions.
right here?
Werewolf.
You don't know that.
Huh?
You don't know that.
Well, you say that.
I'm the tenor. I took the tenor.
I am
Sounds like
insomniacing.
something the Tan would say.
My first action.
What? I'm the tenor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
And then
Yes, yeah.
that's what you said.
Not
I'm
that
such a
it
good listener.
matters. I'm very curious as to what Ed's gonna do, so I'm gonna troublemaker.
Let there be no stone left unturned.
Sleepy time.
Okay.
Robber Tom. So, yes.
You keep your hands off my boyfriend.
No.
No rubbing.
If I already have my hands on
Sorry,
them, can they
I said
stay
it again,
there?
didn't I?
I'm getting touched by
Rob.
like 3 different people right now.
Yes. Make that
I
call.
will Insomniac.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Someone touched my ear.
Oh, honestly, if you touch my ear, I will slap you.
I almost.
And then I'm
shat.
going to rubber.
Cool.
Cool.
And I go back to sleep.
Okay, I'm waking up and I'm in the foyer by myself where I wanted and what I wanted. I'm gonna insomniac this beach.
I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah.
How is this possible? I was never near anyone.
That is my turn.
Alright, so it's now daytime
Alright.
of the voting day. I'm gonna
Cool.
double check the rules for this.
They all get 5 minutes.
That's pretty much it.
Did Tom forget to turn the card face down? Yes.
Oh. Cool.
That's alright.
Well-
Basically, I know I can trust Ed. Discuss who they believe the werewolves are. That's it. That's everything.
Alright.
I can trust Ed.
I have no fucking idea.
So
It's a process of elimination. I believe Ed and I can trust each other because
Okay.
I swapped our tokens with the troublemaker and then you robbed. So you ended up back to what you were. I know what you were. I know what I was
What was
because
I?
I insomniac. You're a villager.
Okay.
Okay, so
Alright.
Alfred's been on his own for a while, is what I've noticed.
Alfred's still the
There-
tenor.
Yeah, he's done that intentionally,
There
Tom.
was 4 at one point in sitting room, so that was the most
I,
time that
I,
anyone could
I
muster.
can confirm Alfred's still the tenor, Alice is a villager.
Okay.
so that was how they were when I was with them in the foyer.
Yeah.
That was the state that they were in, right?
Yeah.
Since then, I've been in a room with Tom, and at that time he was a villager.
You were also a villager because I did stuff to you and saw what you were.
I did stuff to you
I robbed
too.
you. Yeah.
Bye, Spambra.
Bye,
see
Spambra.
you, Spam.
So basically,
Since then, he's been in a room alone with Ed, so
Yeah.
I can't be 100% certain because I've never seen Ed.
Make sure you get
Ed
her.
and I
delicious
checked. We both. Yeah.
So at that point, unless they're both there's got to be werewolves somewhere.
Go for
Right.
Angelo.
Currently, on my last turn, I seared,
Uh-huh.
and both, who am I with? Reese and Beck, both villagers.
Cool.
When I seared.
If
However, after I seared, Reese had a turn. So, Wait, no, before I said Beck had a turn, sorry. So if something got swapped...
Well,
Yeah.
I insomniac, right? So I checked myself and I was still a villager.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
so that means Kai's a werewolf because I swapped myself.
Yeah, because I made you a werewolf
Yeah,
when we were in the sitting room together.
yeah,
Then the next day,
Which-
you checked yourself,
yeah,
and you
that
were
was
like,
accurate.
I'm the werewolf! And I'm like, I know you're the werewolf, because I made you the werewolf.
That's like the one piece of information I have.
Yeah.
But now I know that you're a werewolf.
Damn it!
So my question is, has anyone checked Jeeves or Jimmy? Because
I
the
checked-
maths...
I checked them in the first turn because I lied about what I did.
Yeah.
I did not do Troublemaker in my first turn. I saw that Jeeves was the Tanner and Jimmy mate here was the Wolf.
Yeah.
He made me the Wolf
Yeah.
at one point, but then when I was
Same-
in the Great
Same
Hall...
turn,
Secrets
I
in Werewolf
actually
combined.
robbed.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I turned you into a wolf.
Yeah,
then.
yeah, I know, because when I was in the Great Hall, I noticed that and then gave it back to you.
Hmm.
So you are now the werewolf.
Oh.
Wait,
Because
so Grey Hall lets you swap immediately.
Great,
No, Great Hall
the
lets
card
you
that I
interact.
played because I lied about what card that I had
Okay.
used and then used the card that I didn't
So I've,
say.
I've never been in Grey Hall, though.
No,
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 Great
Well, I
Hall
was
lets
in
you
Great
interact.
Hall and I'm
Oh,
allowed
with
to do
anyone
that.
else.
And
No, with
the
anyone
ones
on
next
either
to you.
side.
Cool, because before I did the move there, I did a Troublemaker in Kitchen
With who?
with Jeeves.
So then you're the Tanner.
Yes.
No,
it's
Alfred's
Alfred's
the
the Tanner.
So Jimmy
Oh,
would be a
Alfred's
villager.
Yeah,
So
Villager,
then-
sorry, yeah. Because I moved to 3 there. For
Either way, what I'm hearing is we kill Kai.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me what they are, I was just curious. If we trust these two, we kill Kai.
I think we kill Kai.
I'm happy to kill Kai.
Alright, shall we cast a vote? 3,
Two,
2, 1.
Kai.
Wow.
He's
wow.
still a werewolf. Alright, most
I'm
voted
still
to
a
Kai.
Yeah, I thought so.
Let's have a look. Kai is orange.
Yep.
Yeah. Wait.
Well, the game's over, right? Or
Yeah.
is this...
The
Yeah,
game's over.
okay.
So are you still a werewolf,
You never
Jimmy?
swapped
Oh,
anyone.
I was
No,
still
no,
a
I
Yeah,
werewolf.
there we
Kai.
go. Jimmy was still a werewolf.
I kept
Hey,
myself
I
separate
wasn't a
because I didn't
werewolf
realize Grey Hall
anymore.
could do that.
Doesn't matter, we
Because
lost.
I
I
was a
know.
villager, I was like, how the hell have
So
I
yeah,
swapped?
that last turn,
yeah.
I was very
Where I
confused.
said
about
I-
that.
I noticed that you swapped me, and I'm like, well, I don't want this hot
Oh.
potato. Like, I'm gonna just throw that away.
Yeah. So in that last turn,
'Cause I
when
separated as quick
when I
as I
said
could.
that
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
The series.
insomniacing myself, I instead robbed. So I robbed Kai, became the werewolf, and then as soon as someone was like, well, we did this, I'm like, yeah, no, I am a villager. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
That means Kai's a werewolf.
We need to put this on the board. I have a place I want it to go.
So I'm gonna
I
put
also
this on the
have those on
board
the
today, but I want to play it again because there are so many other rooms. Like I can see myself either really liking this game or really hating this game.
yeah, at the moment I'm
what's the
towards
board?
the.
I know
the
it's
not
this,
liking
but
it.
like,
Yes,
what
we'll
is it?
explain that in a second.
Okay.
But you get other rooms like the study, which if you're in the study at the night, you may interact with the role token in this room as if it was a marker. So there's an extra thing
Oh, well, you're a
in.
werewolf. Yes! It was meant to be!
See,
buds.
I think that as an alternative to One Night, I don't feel like this.
I prefer one.
I prefer one.
Yeah,
I'm,
that's what
I'm
saying,
happy to
right?
put this on the board today.
Yeah.
I think the problem with this is that there isn't enough. Like
There's not
Let's-
enough chance to get into
Why
there's
it.
don't
not
we-
enough checks and balances.
I feel like it needs another day, but
Why don't we
Something.
put all the little pieces away and
Yeah.
we'll get the mug
so
off
there
the
are.
table.
If we grab the box here, there are a whole lot of plastic bags. So each person will need their own plastic bag to put all their markers and everything in.
I was just gonna say chuck them all in the box and I'll sort it out later.
Nah,
Is this
let's
your
make
game?
Let's make it easy.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Everyone grab your own plastic bag.
Hang on. 'cause-
Yeah, so the second I swapped it to was like, okay, I'm going to hot foot it and just keep the check on the NPCs.
Yeah.
And that way I've got some form of information I can use. And then I was just like, okay, I'm by myself, no one should have been able to correct me. I didn't realise Great Hall could do that.
Yeah.
So when I ended up in Foyer and I checked myself, I was like, how the hell am I a werewolf now? I was just like, what the heck?
Also, my player board was missing 0 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah,
That is
yeah.
weird. I'm sure it's just fallen down somewhere and we're all
Probably, right?
idiots. but-
Probably still in the box somewhere.
Feels like the game One Night Revolution, but longer.
Pretty much, yeah.
I haven't played One Night Revolution.
So you guys actually get to write your name down on the Werewolf victory page.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Do we have a
Yes.
pen?
You are Ruby members of the hotel.
Do these go in here as well?
Yeah, might as well.
I don't like that.
No, I don't like that at all.
I figured
Considering they
heavy
are,
fight pack.
like
Made of cement.
Yeah.
paper
Straight up
weights.
kill someone with it.
Alright, get me a pen.
Get your pen.
That
me,
isn't-
me and
it's
Jimmy
like-
need to mark our victory in this game that may never get played again.
I don't think it's so bad that I wouldn't play it again.
Oh, it's definitely not the
But
bottom, but
Definitely not as good as
Oh, that's a
typical
hierarchy.
Fortnite. It's
Yeah,
not better
right.
than
Essentially.
Ultimate.
Pen-
There are games I played
what's the
before
date
this.
today?
I know, I've
It
already
is-
done that. That was point. There were little bags. Can I have a little
That's
bag for the tokens? It is very satisfying.
There is
24th.
this bag.
Yes, that would do. Because we have to fit all those other tokens in it as well.
I also think that we'll get people. We have One Night Werewolf on the board here, but we put that there after we did our first batch of
The rest
YouTube
of the
playthroughs.
tokens.
We might get
sorry.
people's opinions on it. We might not move it today, but we might make a note of that.
20.
Or we'll call it One Night Werewolf with expansions, because we haven't put that up there.
Yeah, Plu, it's from the movie Your Name. So, Sukita means I love you in this scenario. It's what's written on
Hey,
Tom's
Jimmy,
butt.
put your name directly under mine.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, please sign my book. Oh, give me a
Yeah, that's a
Clue
24.
brings up a very good
That's a
point.
10.
The other thing which bugged me a little bit, especially that final turn, the order of play there is that seals the game.
Yeah.
Like, my information was
Bet.
immediately rendered worthless as soon as someone has
Can I
a
get
good
you to
turn
write
after
One
me.
Week Werewolf?
Yeah.
20.
That's
God,
also
I've gotta
why
look
I
it
turned it around. so
20,
only the
yeah,
most
18,
reliable information I
2019.
had was on me.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, that's why I'm going to go for the first turn, and then give it to Ben.
Mind you, this is in
In
the
the
top of the
other
box.
direction.
Ah, who even cares anymore?
In the other direction.
Do you want? Are you one of those people that
No,
wants these?
not really.
I think it took
Sure.
entirely too long to throw accusations. at
That
people.
too.
I want to yell and
I don't know,
scream
maybe,
bloody
maybe
murder.
maybe we just.
So
I had a feeling you were lying about
Played
that
it.
troublemaker initially. So it's like, you wouldn't do it without knowing
Yeah.
that everyone
There,
else
there is that
remembers it.
possibility
Maybe
that
we
we
just
does
play
have a
it
6
I
out
was
of
just
10.
like, well, this is a lie, I
It was
guess.
also our first game.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
if
but
you
since
were
you did it
aware
2018, yes.
and started like pointing
Yeah,
fingers
yeah.
early.
Oh, right. For those of you who don't know what's going on,
Let's move the box off the,
Like
off
Ed.
the table, boys.
And Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy might know.
Cool.
this is our Nerds Played in 2020 game.
Oh, that's
This,
good.
the
This
board.
is heavy as shit.
Oh,
This is not us saying what we think is objectively
Put it right here
better,
on this.
because that is way too hard to quantify. This is just, if given the option, what would we prefer to play? So that is all you have to judge it on, is you just look at the games you've kind of played, and where you would put the games we currently played. But can I also get you to write One Night Werewolf with expansions? In any kind of short form you want on one of the bits?
first things first, what year was this game made?
2018. So we can all start marking this up. Where would you put 1 Week Werewolf after that play?
Alright, you want me to start? Because I figure
Sure.
some people might need some time to figure out.
Yeah, we're more
what-
familiar with the board. We got a rough
Yeah.
idea of what's going on.
So, look, to me, it comes down to when would I play this? And I don't think I'd have a situation where I wouldn't play it over normal werewolf. I think normal werewolf would always win out in that sort of thing, just because like it seems like a really complicated version of One Night Werewolf.
Yeah.
As for where it goes, I don't have much of a drive to sort of play it.
Expansions. EXP.
Or
Dropping hard for you? Dropping hard?
I gotta put it probably under Barmaid's Tale.
Ooh, that's rough.
Barmaid's Tale land. Ooh.
Down there.
Admittedly, Barmaid's Tale is not a super complex game, so it's just like...
To be fair, I think Barmaid's Tale, after watching the episode back, I want to put that back up. But like,
We just had a lot of fun with that.
yeah, I just, going down playing the games that I have played, I'd like to play Quartz more, I'd like to play, like We're Doomed more, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, just to me, I don't think I'd
Just
like...
down the bottom somewhere?
Yeah, I don't think I'd...
Do you wanna
pretty
Mark that
much.
out so we can average it.
That's cool.
I'd pull it out if someone was like, hey, I haven't played this before, and I'd be like, alright.
Yeah, to me, it's we want to play a social deduction game, and we've played too much One Night Werewolf.
Well, but
It's
by that logic,
at
by
a game
that
night
lo-
where we're like, we want something a bit more, but we don't want to play Battlestar. We don't want to play Resistance. This fits a good hole for me, but I don't know how often I'd play it.
Yeah, there has to be a certain specific time to play the game.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
To me, it sits above trophies, but under We're Doomed.
Cool. Yep.
You guys, if you don't feel like you've got a strong enough opinion on it, that's cool. But if you've got an opinion, I'd love to hear it.
I can make some educated stabs here. I played Sheriff, and
Yeah.
I've played Cities and Knights, and I definitely prefer Cities and Knights over this. So I'd definitely rate it lower than that.
Yeah.
I think I echoed that actually.
I think just because if you hadn't played it before, setup's a bit of learning the rules. It's just like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But once you've played it once, I think it's easy enough to play and probably teach. Despite other rooms, obviously. Quick enough setup. It's still a deduction game. I don't like the way that you keep track, like you said. Like, I don't think there's enough discussion about what actually is happening.
Yeah. There almost needs to be a phase, like when everyone wakes up in the morning, being like, "Oh, so what'd you do?" Jeez.
It basically says to talk about that when you're doing it at
But
night.
there's no day accountability, no revealing during the day kind of thing, and that would be kind of like a huge thing.
There are also no actions during the day, which really bugs me. It's only moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would probably rate it lower than Catan.
Yeah.
Cities. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played any of the ones underneath anyway, so yeah.
That's why we don't expect anyone to have played as many as what we
Yeah.
have.
I'd say lower than Cities and Knights.
Yeah.
Sure.
Beck, thoughts? I'll go.
Ed.
I feel pretty much exactly the same way. I haven't played most of these,
Yeah.
but my favorite game is Sheriff of Nottingham, and that's really low. So I'm gonna put
Well-
it underneath
Well,
that
Well,
one.
that's actually
we have
seconded.
two of them.
I've never played the first edition, so I have
Okay.
no idea
Oh,
what
so
the
you,
difference
so you
is
haven't
between.
played Sheriff of Nottingham.
Shots fired.
No, that was probably.
So you've only played the one that's come out this year, then?
Probably.
Correct.
I haven't played the second.
I would
edition,
love
so
to know.
actually
I would
have
love to know
It
the
adds two
differences
sheriffs.
maybe after stream
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
curious for me.
So you have to be like, oh,
Because
do
I
you want us
did
to
Sheriff of
decide?
Sorry,
Nottingham
let's
second
go to-
edition
That's
is my
dumb.
favorite
It's
board game
very
that I've
dumb.
ever played. So if this one is apparently better, I'd be very curious as to why. In terms of this game, I also much prefer City and Knights as well, which I have
Yeah.
played too. So it's going to be beneath.
Somewhere beneath there.
Well,
Beck? Oh,
Uh,
yeah, Plu does
Blue
make some
brought
good
up a
points.
really good point about how you keep your eyes closed for the majority of the game.
Yeah.
That does take away from it.
Yeah.
So if you're not really talking to each other at night, then it...
Well,
It's almost like, why bother doing all the art for the pieces?
And the thing is that the night phase. Sorry, I'm kind of cutting you off there.
That's fine.
It doesn't sound fun. It's cool. No, it's just there's no way to check things at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're bluffing about what you're doing, but there's no way to. You just kind of have to take it face value because you can't check.
It comes down to positioning yourself so you can check things, but you've got so little chance to do that.
What was I gonna say? I would 100%. Cities and Knights shouldn't be as low as it is.
No,
and
it
I would
shouldn't.
I would play Cities and Knights before I played this. Honestly, I'd play Courts before I played this. It's just it's a social deduction game with very little social deduction. It's information collecting and hoping that no one fucks with that information, and that's pretty much it.
That's it, yeah.
Which really bugs me because it's not much of a game. Like, there's more of a game to One Night Werewolf than there is to
Yeah.
One Week.
With One Night Werewolf, it's sort of like a puzzle,
Yeah.
and it gives you the pieces to unravel that puzzle.
Yeah.
Right?
So- yeah.
Because I've played a lot of One Night with like a lot of people at the table, as well as like with Ed and his friends.
Yeah, we just played now.
I was there, Reese.
Sorry.
I remember.
But like playing with Ed's group, for example, like they take the game to a whole new level where it is like this grand puzzle of moving pieces.
That's just because Michael and Andrew just talk louder than everybody else.
Yeah, that is
I
true.
know, Andrew.
But yeah, with this one, it didn't seem to have that puzzle element. It didn't have that.
That was so...
It didn't have that thing where it didn't
You
have the
couldn't
thread
think,
you
you
could
just
pull
had to hope.
Yeah.
to.
That's why I played Insomnia in the last round because I was like, "What am I?
Yeah.
What team am I on?
Yeah.
What am
Yeah.
I trying to achieve? I don't even
What
know."
am I going
think-
to argue?
Keeping track of movement.
I'm glad I played it, I just don't know how often I played again.
I mentioned it to someone before. It's like Secrets, but it's Werewolf.
Yeah.
But even in Secrets, there's more
There's more going
knowing
on.
what's going on.
And the one thing that really turns me off is the keeping your eyes closed for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like having Bree as part of our playgroup, she could never play this game.
God, no.
She not comfortable with keeping her eyes closed.
No.
That is, and I know we do it for normal Werewolf, but that is such a short period of time.
That's actually a really good point.
Whereas with this one, you have to do a whole rotation of the table, keep track of what's going on, and then also be comfortable enough to keep your eyes closed.
And trust everyone.
See, me is I get antsy if my eyes are closed. I'm like, I need to open my eyes.
Yeah.
Kai, any other thoughts?
I mean, everyone's pretty much hit the nail on the head. I think that for the length and the weight of the game, there are bluffing and like deduction games that do a lot more. Like, even though Sheriff's not a social deduction game as such, it's a bluffing game.
There's something.
But you've got more chances to actually bluff and make those calls. Whereas in this, it felt like even if I was a werewolf, I could have gotten rid of it so easily. That it mattered until, as you say, the very last round is really the only one that matters. The one night. Because that's the night where you have to work out what you are and what.
It feels like it's supposed to be building yourself up with enough information to then make the play when you get the chance.
But
Except
so
Secrets does that
much
so much better.
And also,
so quickly.
Like, also, you were talking about, like, I can't remember exactly what you said, but it's like the end of the game. I literally was like, last I saw it was a werewolf, so I just swapped it away.
Yeah. Like that. I was like, and the order of play. I did the best I could in the last round, which was to see and find out who the two people in the room with me were.
Yeah.
Which seems as good a play as you can do for the last round.
Yeah.
But then another 5 people got to have a turn, 4 people got to have a turn, which just made my turn irrelevant. It didn't matter.
It's like, and the thing is, the deduction side. So Ed was saying that he gave me the werewolf back. I blew it off very comfortably without really having much of a discussion. Like, I was with that one before I left. I would have just passed it off. Yeah. It seemed almost. Yeah.
It's like with one night, there are teams you're playing on. In this game, it's like, I don't want to be a werewolf. Get me away from the werewolves.
It also comes down to the thing of like, so that game went for what, half hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You have a bad game in Werewolf in one night.
Yeah.
That's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, cool. I had a bad game. I know what to do better. Shuffle up. Start again. You have a bad game in that. I don't want to shuffle up and start again.
In one night, a bad game is either you get caught out and there's nothing you can do about it, or you're lying about it and then it turns out you were wrong the whole time, but you're having fun.
Yeah.
This there doesn't seem like there's a lot of chance of fun because the fun is only pulling on the thread, and unless you find no thread, if you find no thread.
I wonder if not having the staff would help. Because I feel like that was just such a bottomless pit of like,
just
stuff.
dump it.
No interaction.
Whereas if all interaction was with other players, at least then you might be able to follow the thread a bit more, rather than being like, well, there were 2 staff members in the room, anything could have happened.
So basically, unless people say otherwise, I'm putting it under Barmaid's Tale.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm done.
It's definitely not as bad as Vault of Dragons or Tower of Madness.
Oh my lord. I almost want to play them on stream just to show people the problems that I have with
might play Tower of Madness over One Week Werewolf.
Yeah.
I like Kaplunk.
Where did the other one go back?
It's over here.
One Night Werewolf with expansions, which I think is also this thing, but I can't remember, so I'm just...
Oh, no, that was for...
Battlestar all expansions, isn't it?
No,
that was for something else. Oh, that was Exploding Kittens.
Exploding Kittens with all expansions.
Because we were like, Exploding Kittens is so good.
Just put XP where it says plus.
Exploding Kittens was so good. The expansions ruined the game.
Yeah. One Night Werewolf with expansions. So base One Night Werewolf is currently sitting here. So that is just Tanner, werewolves, blah blah blah. When you start adding the copycat and you guys haven't played with the Apprentice Tanner, but we did the other day.
Yeah.
The Apprentice Tanner is they want the Tanner to also die, so it's adding a little bit of that. But it also means if there is no Tanner, they become the Tanner and want to die. So it's just a little bit more on the Tanner side of things, which I found really fun. We're just calling it all expansions, even though we didn't play with all of them. But basically, your opinions on the Alpha Wolf, Mystic Wolf, Copycat, those kind of deals when it comes to comparing it to base game.
I think I preferred it with the expansions.
Yeah. See, I'm not too sure if I did.
I'm kind of with Jimmy on that.
I feel like obviously the minion wasn't in, but having that power to choose someone else as an Alpha Wolf, I feel is almost too strong. But the Mystic Wolf is also really good. I actually think that one's actually pretty good, being able to see her and gives the werewolves a bit more of a bluff around the game.
It's really fun when you're the Mystic Wolf and you're a lone werewolf, because you get to look at one player and one card in the middle.
Yeah. So, look, I wouldn't say it's necessarily better. I think I prefer just standalone.
I don't think I could go back to, like, if we're sitting down to play One Night Werewolf, you're sitting down to play an hour, maybe 5-6 games, I don't think I could just do base game. I think I'd have to have the expansions to change things
If I
up.
had new players at the table, I would stick just to the base game.
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
I think
agree with
it's.
I would do that for a length of time. It's like once you get people.
Yeah.
That was weird, by the way. Once we once we got used to like the base game, then I would do what Tom did and shuffle in some other players.
I think that all expansions is better just because you've got the option. Like, you don't have to have
It doesn't
the
have to be
copycat
the same
doppelgangers
game.
if you don't like those cards.
You can tailor it
but
to
you can have
what you want to do.
That's
the enjoyable cards. I think that with a few more players, maybe the alpha will be really interesting.
I
With
really want to play
few
it.
players, the fact that it can turn half the players into
it's
werewolves
50-50
is pretty
then,
wild.
But then again, that's kind of the same with the minion on the table. Except the minions
Yeah,
have
I mean, I kind of think
knowledge.
that One Night's a bit too low, to be perfectly honest.
No, 100%
Like to
agree.
be like, I think what happened was it was played earlier in the year, and as we've added to the board,
Yeah.
it just,
No, what happened was the people who originally wrote this were me, Lachlan, and Reese, and Lachlan doesn't like One Night Werewolf.
Yeah.
See, the other thing is, I prefer original werewolf.
Really?
With,
sit down in a
ultimate-
room,
I
someone's.
prefer
I
having a
can't
DM that's
play
everyone
that
close your
anymore.
eyes, everyone. I honestly,
someone dies every
and I
now
have
and
played
I
a
would
lot
play
more of
that
I've-
before I played 1 Week Werewolf.
I agree.
I
I-
actually, this is the first time I played One Night. I've watched DMs play, this is the first time I played it. I vastly prefer the original. Because there's a build up of, we're so sure it's Tom. Next day, Tom's dead. Oh crap!
Yep.
We were wrong. Back to the drawing board,
I-
and you can start to.
Can't play that anymore, and it's probably the reason I can't play Resistance anymore, because there's so little to actually do. There's so little actual gameplay. It's just going off what people are saying and passing the blame. While I'd much prefer One Night Werewolf, because it's that element, but with actual things going on to judge people
I
off
feel,
as well.
I feel like I guess the trade-off is more social or more mechanical.
Game. Yep.
Because I feel like in One Night you got way more chance to
Get it right.
pass the bar. If I'm a werewolf, I feel like I've got a better chance of winning the original werewolf than this. Because in One Night, once you do work out, like a few times, there was a solid, maybe not half the games, but a good few of the games, it was just, well, I did this, you did that, therefore werewolf.
Yep.
Game over.
Yep.
Whereas in
Because
original,
people don't like lying, except for werewolves, because that's what you have to do.
Yep.
then in the original, we can start to tug at that thread and go, well, I was the seer, and then someone goes, no, I was the seer. Okay, now we're not 100% sure, but we've got to vote someone.
Yeah.
You vote someone, and then
You keep going from there.
There's more of the I think there's just more of the social side of it in.
I think
I kind of lean
original.
towards
And when one
Sky
werewolf is
as
killed, it's not
argument.
automatic game over.
You can
Because the other werewolves could continue.
Yeah.
I feel like the original werewolf is very much Among Us in that sense, because it's like,
Yeah.
whereas this is One Night.
I think it also makes sense because Battlestar Galactica is my favorite game, so there is always something to go on based on what's happening with those
I mean,
things.
but your logic with you don't like Kai's version of Werewolf is also you shouldn't like D&D by that logic. 'Cause there's no
Admittedly,
gameplay because you're just sitting there rolling dice, being like, I'm doing this thing.
I've admitted to people I'm not the biggest fan of
He's
D&D.
not the biggest fan.
I play D&D, I don't mind it, I much prefer board games.
Plu has, I feel One Night Werewolf and One Night Werewolf with Daybreak is the peak of the One Night Werewolf series. Wouldn't recommend adding vampires, aliens, or
Supervillains.
supervillains,
I
as
am-
that could create too much confusion, like Exploding Kittens with the expansions.
I think
The Doppelganger and the Copycat might be the confusing part of One Night Werewolf. Otherwise, One Night Werewolf with Daybreak is pretty much high on the list.
So Copycat comes from Vampire. I am also super keen at some point to do like a good 10 to 15 player game with Vampire and Werewolf mixed, because then you've got two different teams going at each other, but you basically become
You're gonna
three
need a bigger
teams.
table.
Yeah, Oh, we wouldn't be
bigger
able to do it in
Yeah.
here. I don't think we'd even be able to do a proper episode of it. It'd just be something
This
as
is
a game
also-
I'd like to play.
this is the kind of game where it can be mixed with Werewolf, not that it should.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to get my hands on. Moron keeps bringing it up because he loves the game so much. It's called Blood on the Clock Tower,
Yep.
and it's supposed to be like
I don't think it's out yet.
No, but he's got a print and play version of it. So it might be just get a print and play version of it. But it's pretty much, from what I understand, it's pretty much like normal Werewolf, but with an actual story
Yeah.
that goes through.
And
Yeah.
if you die, you're still part of the game. I have played it with him at PAX.
Yeah,
And yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
yeah. I don't know if Moron's still here, but love you.
I think number of players is another
Fluid
big factor.
race.
Oh,
With this number of players, one night is probably better
Yeah.
because if one person's sitting out to run the game, then it becomes a very very quick game. Because whereas the times that I've played Ultimate Werewolf has often been with like 10 people.
Yeah, there's a
And
bigger
then-
numbers, yeah.
I think you've got more having that person sit out isn't as people
Yeah.
or run the game rather than not sit out is less critical. So I think there's a place for both.
You could...
Yeah.
No, wait, no, you can't really. Ignore
So I guess the question is, how much higher or lower would you put expansions than one night? Because I'm going to be honest, even though I prefer expansions, I don't know if I'd put it much higher.
Oh yeah, no,
I
it wouldn't go above.
I personally just put it with it.
Alliance,
Yeah.
Different way to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Still,
that's
still
it,
the
yeah.
same core game.
But if I was to put it in other words, though, one night in expansions, I'd buy the expansions.
Yeah.
1 week, I wouldn't buy it.
That's fair. I
yeah,
think that's fair.
That's how I'd rate it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No,
I don't care.
So this is tough because I wouldn't put it above Doom.
Yes.
How good
for
is
sure.
Doom?
Doom is one of the ones that we've put there
But-
and then gone, oh, that needs to be higher.
But I would probably put it. I would rank it slightly higher than one night. So I would maybe from one night put it here-ish, but it's
Yeah.
hard to put it above Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that basically brings us to, we're going to re-rank these at the end of the year. Sometime in December, there's going to be a stream with as many of the nerds we can get in as possible. I think I have to get everyone to literally write out their list
Yep.
and do some maths, because there's no way we're all ever going to agree on a list.
Did we do Vindication last year, or was that this year?
Vindication was
last
last year,
year,
or this last year, basically right after we did our... Dude,
Yeah.
this has been a long year.
Wow.
Like,
For
this...
me, it hasn't felt like a long year. It's felt like it's gone like that.
No,
Yeah.
that,
It's
that's
slowed
the
down,
thing.
and then it's just gone so quick again.
Yeah.
Well, I had the moment where someone was like, "Oh, Doom Eternal." I think it was last time you were on stream. Someone was like, "Doom Eternal came out this year," and I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
"What?" I was like,
Remember when Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing came out at the start of quarantine, and that's all
Yeah.
anyone was playing?
Mm.
Remember quarantine?
"That was the first."
we got so fucking lucky, but let's not go
No.
there.
Um,
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
not.
work retail.
but yeah, Ed, Jimmy, your homework now that you've been on our streams,
Play all the
Yeah,
games.
I have to watch
play all
this
the
up.
games
Oh,
and then
boy.
rank them as how you would play them.
Yeah.
You too, Kai.
Yeah, I'll
you've
get
got
around
to-
on that.
Yeah.
You got Tabletop Simulator?
I do.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah, so do I.
It's on sale.
Alright, we'll play tabletop.
I
No,
played
thank
asked
you.
Ed.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I was like, we didn't ask you.
You can
Thank-
leave.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I need to go anyway.
What's your name again?
people for joining us.
Yes, thank you, Ed and Jimmy. I'm not here to shake your hand. Hopefully,
Ed,
you guys are always welcome.
When's your Roll for Damage stream on again?
The Roll for Damage stream is every Thursday evening, 8 p.m. Western Australian time, for the Academy of Xandar.
Beck, when is the stream tomorrow?
6:30. It's always at 6:30, and we're playing Man of Medan, so it's going to be similar to how I was playing Until Dawn, in which if you're in chat, you can help me decide on things. But obviously,
Always bad choice.
Actually-
Should we quickly go through our schedule for the week?
we should. Actually.
Yes. So Beck.
I'm playing Man of Medan tomorrow.
Yep.
It's another one of the guys who made Until Dawn.
But
I've given up on Fear because it was boring and easy, and I could only play it on easy. So I'm going back to play Hades with my flight stick
I'm sorry,
because
you
it's
just
fun.
call Fear boring.
Yeah.
It was boring.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's playing on easy though. That's why I told him.
because I was playing with the
Fuck
Guitar Hero controller.
So if it was too easy, put it
So
on like
close to
medium.
almost-
Yeah, but I can't do that on a Guitar Hero controller, can I?
that. Oh, whatever.
Well, that
Um,
sounds like your problem.
Yeah, it is. That's why I'm playing Hades
You can't
instead.
call the
You can't
game
say it's
easy and then
boring.
say you can't bump the difficulty up because it's too hard.
On Tuesday, I'll be playing Doom Eternal DLC. Doom was the first game I streamed on Nerds of the West, so it is only fitting that
But it's the last.
and then I quit.
Don't know what Lachlan's playing. It's probably Amnesia again.
He's still playing Rebirth.
Yeah.
Bree might be streaming, and then next week we're all back in costume playing Betrayal at House on the Hill with the Widow's Walk expansion.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. So thank you very much.
Yep.
We're sending you off to Board Game House because
Yes.
they're streaming for 24 hours.
Is this for
So go
charity,
and
or-
finger.
Jesus.
I'm sure they're raising money for charity. I can't remember exactly what, but this is because of their last one.
Wrap it up.
They're doing that this time.
Wrap it up.
So thank you very much. Go and finger bang them.
Wrap
I
it
think it's Stephen and Megan on camera together. Thank you very much, everyone, and we'll see you all very, 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 very soon.
Bye.
Any last words? You got 2 seconds.
Bye.
Or maybe more than that. Who actually knows?
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
You're waving.
Bye-bye.
There we go.
We're leaving.
Yeah.